Welcome to the Orange is the New Black podcast, a podcast for diehard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie, along with my co-host, Zim. Zim, say what's up.
What's going on? Hello, world. How y'all doing today?
And today we have an extremely special guest, my man Khalid Kareem, the Bengals 5th round draft pick out of Notre Dame. Khalid, say what's up.
How you guys doing? Pleasure to be here.
So the first question is, we definitely made sure that we did our research to have you on, and just us as diehard fans, we're going to comb through everything. So you had 32 college offers, including an offer from Alabama, Ohio State, and Michigan. But obviously you chose Notre Dame. What led you to actually pick Notre Dame over those schools?
Actually, it was kind of like 40, but they didn't want to include the Ivy League offer. So
okay.
If you're talking like Power 5, 32, but then including the Ivy's close to 40.
Okay.
But Bama's like 13 hours from home. So and I come from a pretty big size family. Is 5 kids, 2 parents, and seven people. So it'd be kind of expensive for them to come see me on a weekly basis, or even they got some free time just drive down. That'll kind of be a lot, as far as planning and then money, but also, Notre Dame, it's 3 hours away, great education, great football. And I knew, if football didn't work out, I have a great degree to fall back on.
No, that's a great reason.
Man, we got people in here already saying, dude, this is unreal. See, you have like this sonic aura that's just glowing through the screen right now because people are just amazed that this is actually happening right now. I guess ping-ponging off of that, I did my research because I was one of the people that wasn't as educated as I needed to be. One of your first offers was Bowling Green.
Yeah.
So when you got the Bowling Green offer, tell me what was like coming from where you are now. Yeah. And at that moment right there, how special was that? Like, walk me through that process, like early on, like Bowling Green. That's early.
At the time, I'm sorry to cut you off, but at the time that was huge. That was my first offer at the first school to really, take a chance on me. So, I was definitely grateful. If no other offers came in, I was going to Bowling Green. I was a junior in high school, I think at the time that's when it happened. But once that offer came in, like they just started rolling in. Like I think at one point I was getting like 2 offers a day for like a week straight. And so it was some schools I didn't even talk to, and they're like, oh, we've been watching you, but now we want to offer you. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, I appreciate the offer, but like, so long.
Right. Yeah. So obviously you enjoy studying film. You're pretty big on that. Matt Minnick wanted to ask you about a play that I kind of sent over from Syracuse where you knocked down a screen pass. Based on the way you played it, it was like you saw it coming. Yeah. What in the game plan told you that you just knew that it was going to be a screen?
So what we knew was, I think what happened on that play was, if they get a completion and if the quarterback hurries and get under center, it's a quick screen pass out to the wide receiver. And so, and they rarely ever get under center. So, it's something's coming. So, we watched, numerous amounts of film, and our coaches put in so much time. So, one of those times come to meetings, they just kind of gave us the information. But literally every time they did that, it was a quick screen to the outside. So the game plan was, the ends know that this play might be coming. And so as soon as I saw like QB under center, like I knew it. And, in practice, I caught a few of them, but in the game, like my first thought was just to get the ball down. Like to be honest, I probably could have caught the pass.
Right.
But, I was just trying to, disrupt the play. I made it happen.
Nah, you made a play either way for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man. I'm looking at the comments too, and the only reason I'm saying this because I like to keep the people engaged in this. We kind of gave them hits throughout the week, like, "Hey, man, we got a special guest on here." But a lot of people are saying, "Zippity Dude out there says, welcome to the jungle." Get Low, who they says the crew will keep you on the forefront, keep on rolling, bro. So already people are already feeling your presence there. Just walking into the season. Tell me how is it right now at this current moment with COVID-19 being very present, being very current? How is that hurt, or has it helped you in your whole just getting ready for this upcoming season for something brand new for you?
It definitely isn't a positive, but you got to make a positive out of any situation.
You get time to have some cool interviews and sit back for a second, right?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like probably the biggest positive of this whole thing is, just giving, my body more time to, recover and just prepare for the season. Like, I mean, if everything was working out like how it's supposed to be, like right now, I'd be in Cincy going through rookie minicamp right now. So putting miles in my body. So, I'm just taking this time to, really, continue to rehab my shoulder, working out like every day and just trying to, stay in the best shape possible. So, whenever we do get the call that we can come back, kind of hit the ground running.
So you look pretty good in your pro day, and obviously with the social distancing thing, what was it like going through that, like with it not being your traditional pro day?
It was kind of cool. I mean, it was kind of come full circle a little bit because like I started, playing football in my career with my dad, and then he was actually the one who was in the video working out with me. So that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
But I mean, you got to make the best situation out of it all. And so I mean, obviously, I would have loved to have my pro day back at Notre Dame. Being around all my guys, all my former teammates. So that'd have been cool. But like I said, you got to make the best out of any situation.
Definitely.
With your Notre Dame guys, there's a guy that you're going to see in the division. His name is Claypool. He's not going to be the people the who they faithful here. We're not going to be fans of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to jersey swap with him?
That's my guy.
I'm messing with you. Is there anything? I didn't even plan on asking you that, but the fact that you just brought up Notre Dame guys, like that's one guy that I've been paying attention to. Are there any things? Do you have any thoughts on Claypool? Like, how was he as a teammate, and do you feel like his game will translate to the NFL?
Man, Chase is a freak. Like, freak. Dude's like 6'5", 230. Probably 2% body fat. Like, dude can go out there, do whatever he want, make whatever catch he possibly want to do. I mean, he's different. I mean, we're going to have to come prepared to play him. I mean, obviously he's a rookie, but I mean, Chase is something special.
Okay. I guess just piggybacking off of that though, like I was saying initially, like I keep myself very informed in the NFL game. In the college ranks, I don't watch as much during the season. For a person that's uneducated, such as myself, tell these people what you bring to the table. Because it took me looking back. I go to my sites and I watched a couple games. I watched the highlights and everything. I even posted your highlights and everything. So I'm fully on board now, right? But to the person that says, I don't, because here right now, one thing that I struggle with is currently the offensive line has some holes that a lot of fans are going to probably point out to you. It might be family members or whatever. There are a lot of people that say, well, what is Khalid Kareem? What does he bring directly to the team day one? What can he do?
I mean, I feel like I'm an every down guy. I can stop the run on first and second down, but, I feel like in my mind, I have an elite enough skill set on third down where I can, affect the passer, try to affect the play. But also I feel like the biggest thing for me is just, being a great teammate and, doing whatever it takes to, help this team win, whatever my role may be. Like, obviously I want to be a starter, but I know I got to start somewhere. I may be just, just a guy on ST, but, if that's just my role, then I'm going to, give 100% to that role. I feel like that's one of my biggest things. And also I would say is my effort, like, relentlessness. I mean, that's something our coaches at Notre Dame really challenge us on, like every day, literally pursuit drills. Like if you're last, they make fun of you a little bit. And so, you don't like that. But so that's something I really worked on from my junior year to my senior year. So that's something I'm still working on, constantly. Definitely something I want to bring to the table, come this season.
So you kind of touched on being a great teammate. Talk to me about the Savage 16.
Savage 16?
Yeah, we on it.
Yes. I mean, hey, that's the best class to ever come to Notre Dame. I don't care. Nobody got to say. That's the best class. I mean, I love those guys. I mean, like from day one, like, so I was committed to Bama. And so as soon as I decommitted and then committed to Notre Dame, they fully, embraced me, as one of the guys, one of the brothers. And then over my 4 years at Notre Dame, that's probably, some of the close, like, I literally consider those guys my brothers. Like, I'll do anything for them. I know they'll do the same thing for me, I feel like we just have a lot of guys coming out of that class that's going to make a great impact and have a great career, in the NFL. And, even if they don't, they're going to be really successful in life. And I'm, proud to say, I'm one of their brothers.
Yes, sir.
Just looking at some of the comments in the chat, one of my guys, Diddy, is like one of the greatest Bengals fans of all time. He says, I love his attitude. My man Gitlow says he does not miss tackles. So I know it's a girl. Her name is Meg, and she is the biggest fan of yours ever. Her name is Bengals Maniac. You probably are going to see her like coming up in the before the draft. She kept on saying, "Man, check this guy out, check this guy out." So if you ever see this girl, her name is Bengals Maniac. She's a huge fan.
Okay,
but
cool.
Coming right off of what you were saying, the guys, right? What can you tell me going back in the day, right? What can you tell the people about the cave with Huff?
Man, I did y'all research. I mean, the cave. I mean, that's something.
What would you tell Huff right now?
Thank you, definitely thank you. I mean, he definitely pushed me to a whole nother level. I mean, he's the type of guy, you know. He's not flashy, you know, not one of the, you know, lights, cameras, all that stuff. No, like it's literally like when you think about a cave, that's what it is. I mean, you go in there, you grind, like you're gonna lift heavy weight, you know, and the results are gonna show. I mean, so I definitely appreciate, you know, the work I put in with him. He definitely, you know, helped, you know, accelerate my game as far as, you know, strength and conditioning goes.
Cool. So we talked about Chase Claypool earlier. Obviously, you're going to be playing against him in the division, but you got another teammate, Miles Boykins, that plays in Baltimore that you're going to be going against as well. But then on the flip side of things, you also played against T Higgins, and now T Higgins is going to be your teammate. So how is it going to be like playing against, you know, Chase and Miles and playing with T Higgins?
I mean, honestly, it's cool. I mean, I feel like it's just a blessing to kind of be on the stage, you know, and then even bigger blessing being able to, you know, play with my guys and play against them. Like, I mean, as like while we're on the field, obviously, you know, the competitors, you know, we're out there to win. But at the end of the day, like we were a part of, you know, that Notre Dame brotherhood. And, you know, that's something that you're forever, you know, linked to. And so, I mean, after the game, definitely going to have a lot of love. Definitely going to, you know, jersey swap with those guys. But, you know, I'm definitely excited to play with T Higgins. I mean, he definitely balled against us. I mean, not having, but you know, he had a pretty good game against us, and I think he's going to be really special. You know, have a great career here in Cincinnati. So I'm excited to, you know, get to work with him.
That's one of the games that I watched too. When I said I like watch some of your highlights, what do you remember the most about your Clemson Notre Dame game?
Man,
because like one of the things I do, because I'm not a deep tape guy, I go and look at the 2 worst games that people put out there in the atmosphere, and then I try to go I watch the best games, and then I go like watch highlights.
I mean, I feel like far as defensively, I mean, we had a pretty good game. I mean, we let up something like maybe 18 points in the second quarter, but I feel like besides that, we pretty much, you know, played Clemson pretty well. I feel like probably one of the better teams that they faced that whole season. I feel like Syracuse was really close early on that season, but I feel like we stopped the run. Like our goal was to, you know, stop NTN, and we did. I mean, he had one explosive run, I think, in the third quarter, and I mean that was probably his only biggest run. And so, but besides that, we played really well up front. I feel like we were getting a lot of pressure. We got to the quarterback a good amount of times, but you know, the receivers, they're good. I mean, there were times where, you know, we had, you know, I think it was T. He caught a ball on Dante Vaughn in the back of the end zone. It was
right in the back.
Great coverage by Dante, but I mean, he just made a better play, and I feel like that's literally just, you know, the difference from, you know, that game.
Tayo K says, "Welcome to the jungle, lady."
Definitely. Thank you.
Go ahead. Some of it.
No, you good.
Snack? Ooh, go-to snack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah, okay. My go-to snack, I would say I drink a lot of like protein shakes and stuff like that, so that's probably my go-to.
Protein shakes. You ain't got no guilty vices, like nothing.
I know you like barbecue, bro. I know you gotta like barbecue coming from the D.
I mean, I do like barbecue, but I mean, not
like
barbecue. My favorite food is like Mediterranean food or Middle Eastern food.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But
Greek salad.
The guilty pleasure though, I like donuts. A nice Boston cream donut. Hey, I'm there.
All right. Bet.
So your former teammates Quentin Nelson and Mike McGlinchey, they pretty much have flourished in the NFL as offensive linemen. How did you practicing against those guys make you a better player?
I mean, that's first round talent right there. Isn't it? It can't do anything but get you better. I feel like those guys definitely challenged me. They definitely, you know, they did me in a few times. You know, they put me in the dirt a few times, but that definitely made me better. I mean, going against, you know, they were top 10 draft picks. So whenever I come down to, you know, playing the game, other guys can't compare. So, if I'm giving them my best, I'm winning some reps, and there should be no reason why I can't go out there on Saturday and win those reps.
Right. Iron sharpens iron for sure.
For sure. My man Diddy asked the question. Somebody else asked this too. It's kind of a two-part question. What quarterback are you looking forward to hitting the most in the NFL? And then the other part of the question is, who would you rather sack, Big Ben or Lamar Jackson?
I feel like Lamar for both of those questions. I mean, probably lose quarterbacks to ever play the game. So that challenge alone is something I would definitely look forward to. I mean, 2 games out the year I get to go against them. So definitely looking forward to that.
Man, just me as a spectator. Just a quick story. I went to, this is a couple years ago, Lamar's first rookie year. Baltimore Ravens were looking like they were about to fall off a cliff almost. They were talking about maybe possibly firing Harbaugh. This is the first Lamar Jackson game ever. The people in the stands, this is in Baltimore. People in the stands were like, no, put in RG3, put in RG3. 2-3 plays later after Lamar's first name. I mean, the speed. I can't even imagine as a player, but just the speed of him versus other NFL elite athletes.
Yeah. And
I think when you start talking to your team, they'll probably tell you the same thing. But just as a spectator, it's just a different speed. It moves so fast, and the scoreboard moves just as fast.
Definitely.
So, being that your head coach at Notre Dame, Brian Kelly, had ties to Cincinnati, he used to coach at UC. Did he give you any advice about the city once you got drafted?
No, I mean, I really haven't talked to him that much about the city. I mean, he definitely, wished me luck and wished me the best. But the coach who did, give me a little bit of, stuff to think about the city is Larry Black. He was my D-line coach at Notre Dame, my GA, and he's from Cincy, played for Cincy, and so definitely tell me, the spots I got to hit, as far as food goes, and then where to stay, where not to stay, where to hang out. So I definitely know him a little bit, and I gotta, I know a few guys actually, on the Bengals. I mean, Michael Jordan, he's from Michigan, so I know him pretty well. I'm definitely looking forward to playing with him because I never played against him in high school, so it'll definitely be cool to play with him. And Kavari Russell, he went to Notre Dame too, and so he's
I love him.
Yeah, Kavari, he's good people, so he's been helping me out too. So I'm excited to get to the city.
That's what's up.
Yeah, speaking of food, there's been a lot of different suggestions in the comments. I don't know if you've seen Grippos. Ain't that how you say it?
Yeah, Grippos. Yeah, you got to get you some Grippos. They more so are kind of like some spicy barbecue chips, but they're pretty good. I was actually, before we came on here, I was thinking about putting an order in because I live in Florida now, so I still miss those Grippos.
Oh yeah, so they got Uber Eats for Grippos.
Yeah, they have a website where they can ship them to you. So when you're not there, you got to get them that way. Obviously,
at this point, Khalid, you could just walk right in there and just show them the number 90, and they'll probably just. At this point, just use. Hey, the game has changed. This isn't NCAA anymore. You got to walk in there and let them know who you with, and then watch all the free food just come flying to you. So
I bet.
That's one thing.
Somebody said they're gonna send me some. Okay, that's what's up, Diddy. With you being from the D, you got to be a Pistons fan. I think we saw that you were a Pistons fan. You've been to some of the games. Obviously, they had that championship team, and it's crazy because my wife is from the D too, and so she's into that team as well. Who was your favorite player on that team?
Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace. That's a great answer.
Ain't no other, guy.
Ain't hesitate.
Hey, I had the afro, man. I wore number 3, all that. So that's definitely a guy I looked up to. I mean, I feel like our playing styles are the same. I play basketball, but I couldn't really score, but hey, I was getting all the rebounds.
I'm never going to forget him saying that now. Now I'm going to just be thinking about Khalid as the Ben Wallace of the Bengals right now. I was, as we're watching the 30 for 30 stuff, I don't know if you're watching the 30 for 30 on The Last Dance, Michael Jordan, right? The Pistons are the only team, unless somebody else can tell me different, in the last 30 years that don't have a big superstar that takes them directly to the finals. I was talking about that the other day. You really got to really look.
I feel that. I mean,
that was the ultimate team effort from that Pistons team. So if you got a Ben Wallace and you got a Rip Hamilton, you got a Chauncey, if you could put those all together, it goes to show you that's some serious work. I got a quote for you.
Mhm.
Be phenomenal or be forgotten. What can you tell the people about that?
So that's Eric Thomas. So that's something I was really. You went back.
I'm on it.
I think I said that it was like either like early high school or something like that, but that was just something I try to live by. Because I mean, like, if you're out here just being average, you're gonna get average results. And so you got to go out there with the mindset, of being great or being phenomenal. And so I mean, like Michael Jordan, you'll never forget Michael Jordan.
Right. Can't.
But you can't really. Most people can't tell you the guy who got drafted before him.
Right. Exactly.
No. Wasn't phenomenal.
Like you said, we did our digging. So it seems to me, just based off of some videos that I seen you put together, and I'm actually a big fan of this guy. It seems like you're a big Meek Mill fan. Like, is there a particular song that you like that's your favorite? Because I saw you was going back to like Meek with the Dirty Braids, Dream Chasers kind of.
He was on Flamers. He was on Flamers.
Yeah. Probably one of my favorite songs is "Lord Knows" by Meek Mill. Yeah, that's probably my favorite one. Like my senior year of high school, bumped that every day, literally. On my way to school, on my way back home from school, before games, after games, I was always playing it.
One of my first intros for my channel was a Meek song. I think it was off of that 4 for 4 mixtape, and people just like loved it. They was like, "What song is that?" Because I would just play the beginning of it because YouTube, the way YouTube set up, they trying to Meek would have came after me, but everyone was like hitting my comments like, "What song is that?" So Meek is definitely a great artist for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
So one thing that we did find when we were digging up, we know that you play football, you play basketball, track, wrestling, swimming, right?
Yeah.
But one thing that people don't know is that you play the violin. Do you have a violin right there?
No.
That you can get the people right now. Because that's what everybody came here to see, is to see Mr. Kareem play the violin.
Listen, I ain't played the violin since 5th grade.
I've never even picked up a violin. So when I saw that, I said, man, that's pretty dope. Like, I just think that's crazy that you're able to do all of it.
I was pretty good at it, but then like it just wasn't one of my passions, so I kind of just let it go. Yeah. I mean, I was young too, and so I mean, probably if I did it now, like I probably definitely stuck with it. But I was young. I mean, everybody was playing sports. That's what I wanted to do. So
right. It looked like it panned out the right way. I think you made the right decision on that one.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of some rapid fire here. Rob Villa asks, how does it feel being drafted to the same team as Joe Burrow?
I mean, that's huge. I mean, definitely looking forward to, playing with Joe. I mean, I feel like, a lot of people, have a lot of, high expectations for him. I feel like he's definitely the one to, live up to, to those expectations. I mean, like I said, I'm just excited to get to work with him.
Man, look, and this is the one thing that I always stress to people, and I know we're supposed to go into rapid fire. If everybody's coming with the Ben Wallace like mindset, right, and everybody's just coming and doing like what they do, they don't have to require Joe Burrow to do everything all at once. Because if we're forming something special, like everybody just kind of do their part, and then it all blends together to this one great nucleus that creates a great team.
Exactly.
One thing, rapid fire question I had: what can you tell us about your Pop Warner team, the Ravens? Any shout outs you want to give anybody on that team?
Ooh, the Ravens.
The Ravens. So look, if y'all listening to this, we're not talking Baltimore Ravens, so don't kill me. But this guy used to play for the Ravens.
Yeah, I did. Wow. So
do you remember anybody on that team?
Yeah, actually. So listen. So we had. So I think I'm the second guy. So we got a guy named Cam Lewis. He's a corner for the Bills now. So we had a few guys in NFL from my teams. Man, that was a pretty good team. We were pretty stacked. I mean,
stacked on a. So Hunter, what age were you? At this?
I played for the Ravens from 6th grade, I think, until 9th grade. I think was the last year I played, something like that. Okay. But I mean, it was good, man.
It was loaded.
We went down to Florida. I think I played against Tate Martell when I was down there.
Okay.
So, I mean, we was about it. I mean, it was a little bit rougher than other people, but I mean, play.
That's the one of them teams that you play back then, and the parents in the crowd like, like that dude right there is like 20. Take
his birth certificate,
yeah. One of those squads. I know those.
So obviously, Timothy South wants to ask, obviously, if you were watching ESPN or just seeing anything, a lot of the media was kind of bashing the Bengals in terms of their as an organization. What was your opinion of the organization before they drafted you?
I feel like I really didn't have much of an opinion. I mean, growing up here in Detroit, I mean, you get a lot of lines, media,
Right.
so that's kind of what you're like. That's all they're really showing. And so honestly, all I really know about Cincinnati beforehand was like the stuff from Hard Knocks. I was a real huge Hard Knocks fan back then, so I was watching it. I think it came out every Sunday. So whenever it came out, I was always watching it. So that's probably as much knowledge I had, beforehand, about the Bengals. So yeah.
My man Diddy in here, he said Sam Bowie was the guy that was drafted before Jordan. He also said you need to get some Grater's ice cream. What else? He had another good one. He said, God, I forgot the question that he just had. But I guess the question I would have for you right now is realistically, can you share some of your goals with us this year that you have for this upcoming season without talking like scheme, I guess, like just
obviously, number one, win the Super Bowl. I mean, that's been my dream, since I was 6. I mean, I probably, saw this when y'all dug up some stuff. I wrote a book about how I was going to win Super Bowl MVP at Super Bowl 60. So that's definitely still one of my goals. I mean,
wow.
But I just want to win. I just want to, just be a part of a great organization. Try to, just do my part. Really. I mean, obviously, like I said before, I want to be a starter, but I know I got to work for it. So I just want to go with that mindset. Just got to work hard every day. Earn an opportunity every day. I mean, the saying is like, dang it, oh gosh, I can't even think of it's a quote. It's like rent is due like every day, something like that. And so I got to just go in with the mindset. I got to just always just work and never be content with where I'm at in life.
Right, definitely. So obviously you from the D. What's your favorite spot in Detroit?
Favorite spot
that you could tell people that are listening right now if they ever visit somewhere that they gotta go and eat.
Like for my wife, whenever she talks about Detroit, she always talks about downtown. She always talks about Joe Louis Fisk. Like what for you is a spot that you would say like this represents Detroit, or this is where I like to hang out in Detroit at?
Okay. So to me, honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't be hanging out in the city like that. It's a little rough.
Nah, understandable.
I'll be in the suburbs. Not even gonna lie to you. But I feel like a spot you always got to hit is a Coney Island. And when I say Coney Island, don't go to like American or Lafayette. I feel like those are just the hot dogs. You gotta go to like your neighborhood Coney Island. You get some wing dings, some chili cheese fries.
Yeah, them wing dings. The Superman ice cream there or not?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah. It's definitely a spot you got to hit. So I mean, if you find you a good Coney Island, that's the spot to hit, in my opinion.
That's dope. Somebody said, or you talking about seize the day? Somebody, I had another comment when you were just saying it just now. You're saying, hey, like you may not start. Hey, you never know, man. Like I don't know. Like stranger things have happened. Like you have this talent, and I believe in you. Like
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. This team, like just studying like the history of the Bengals, like there's some guys that have played that were thrust into some starting positions that were probably not expecting it. Have they told you anything from a scheme look that they were looking to get like year one or anything with the direction of the team that you could tell the people that maybe they weren't expecting?
I mean, I just basically just be playing defensive end. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing for us schematically. We talked about. I mean, today was first day of rookie mini camp. We kind of just getting an introduction going over some basic plays. So I'm basically playing the same position I played at Notre Dame. It's a 6'9".
But did they ever tell you? Did they ever talk to you, or actually did you feel comfortable standing up?
I mean, yeah. I mean, most teams have asked me that. I mean, I didn't really stand up much at Notre Dame, but it's not an issue. I've stood up before. I mean, Little League is different, but I mean, I still did it. I mean, high school I had to do it too, and so I mean, that's just muscle memory. That's just something you can easily work on. So that's not a big issue for me.
So one thing that stood out to me, Khalid, was the fact that you not only were active on the field but also off the field. And you did a lot of great community work. Do you have any plans to kind of bring that same kind of presence to Cincinnati? Definitely
want to always stay involved with the community. I feel like it's a blessing for me to be here, and I feel like it took a lot of people for me to get here. So I feel like I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't pay that back, in terms of pouring that into other young kids who want to potentially play, but also just helping people out, using my platform to benefit others. So I feel like that's probably one of the biggest things. That's my parents have always instilled in me. Even in high school, my coach, he would take us out and we would read to elementary school kids. I mean, that's really not, like, when you think about it, it's not much, but they look up to athletes, stuff like that. And so then when I got to Notre Dame, I was definitely heavily involved in the community. I was, whenever the opportunity to do community service, I was one of the first ones to jump up. Like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, I love doing it. I mean, the expression and the joy that as far as being at Notre Dame, the Notre Dame football players brought to the people in that community, it was that gratitude I got from them was worth so much more than the hour or two I spent doing it.
Right. Yeah, that's great. So Khalid, this concludes the interview. We appreciate you coming on with us, man. Hey, I hope that this was as entertaining for you as it was for us.
Definitely. I appreciate you guys, letting me come on your show.
Yeah, definitely. Man. So this has been the Orange.
Before it goes, please tell everybody where they can follow you right now if they are not already following you on Instagram or Twitter. Yeah,
Instagram is Liddy, LIDDY _ again. And then Twitter, I think it's Khalid Kareem 53, something like that.
Young. All right.
So we'll make sure we put it in the. We'll put it in the description for him.
Yeah,
we got you.
We got some people saying that they're already on your hype train right now, so it's already working. Watch us manifest this, and we're going to get these followers just flying through you.
Yes, sir.
I was about to curse, but I didn't curse. All right, cool.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to the Orange is the New Black podcast, and we have to leave you guys with a who dey.
Who dey.
Who dey.